Hello my friends, welcome Copy and Reactions video channel. I am Mustafa from Turkey and I have new suggestion from Thailand. Today we are gonna watch a very old video about Bangkok. Bangkok from 1953. This is gonna be very interesting video. Bangkok, Thailand, 1953 travelogue film, Golden Temple Paradise, Siam. And we are gonna watch this video from Periscope Film YouTube channel. Thank you my friends for sharing this video. I'm so curious about this. Is gonna be very interesting. Old video of Bangkok. Let's start. Periscope. Okay. Okay. Very old, right? It is sounding very old.
How do you do? I hope you don't mind my talking to you. But inasmuch as I am supposed to take you on a tour of Bangkok,
Okay.
I thought I might as well introduce myself. I am the Bangkok streetcar. Bangkok, capital of Thailand, or Siam, as people still call it.
Siam.
As a streetcar, I am pretty old. Was brought here from Belgium in 1900. But I'm still doing all right. A bit shaky perhaps, but all right. Of course, I've gotten competition during these 50 years. Buses and automobiles and taxis. And those tricycles which here in Bangkok we call sandlaws. But all in all, I think I can be pretty proud of myself. And I hope you'll enjoy the trip. Uh-oh, there is one of those modern inventions. Well, while I'm stopping, you might as well have a look around. Lots of things going on here all the time.
Coconuts, right? Ah, no, cabbage. Okay.
Well, here we go again. I have been going through these streets for so many years that I could give you the name of each shop with my eyes closed. But if this is your first visit to Thailand, you better keep your eyes open.
I'm curious about if I could recognize the places I visited last year. The place is looking very different. I'm sure that Bangkok old times, this is gonna be very different from the modern times. I think I'm not gonna recognize the places.
For Bangkok is not only the city where the story of Anne and the King of Siam took place, and where the musical show The King and I is located, but we have temples here that
Okay.
cannot be found anywhere else in the world. Their amazing beauty, I mean, their unbelievably rich colors, the romance of their atmosphere. There in the distance is what we consider the most beautiful collection of buildings in our city. The Grand Palace grounds and the Temple of the Emerald Buddha.
Yes.
That round spiral is covered with gold, and the buildings seem like so many fragments of the rainbow. There are some of our Buddhist priests, and we may see more later on.
Okay.
The buildings you just saw belong to the palace, but now we go into the temple grounds proper. This is the Golden Tower we saw from the outside,
Golden Tower.
or the Chedi as we call it. All these buildings and groups of statues here belong to the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, which is called like that because inside the temple is a statue of Lord Buddha, about 24 inches high, which has been cut out of one huge piece of emerald. We really don't know how old it is, but we do know that in 1468 it was deposited in the great temple of Chiang Mai in northern Siam.
Okay.
And according to legend, it was made many centuries before that in India.
There are no people here. You can't see it like that anymore. This place must be very crowded here.
I hope you don't think I'm boasting when I say that we here in Bangkok believe that magic must have had a hand in the creation of our temples. For without that, it seems hardly possible that such an agglomeration of blue and crimson red roofs, brilliantly white marble pillars, mosaic, golden spires, and rainbow-colored towers might ever have been constructed. Magic carpets would not seem extraordinary to us, for they would fit in perfectly with these amazing temples of ours.
Beautiful. There are no people. This is very interesting.
All right,
Okay.
better get aboard again, and we'll go over to another part of town. And it might interest you to know that the music you hear is usually played at our Siamese boxing matches
Muay
to
Thai.
stimulate the strength of our fighters.
Yes. Maybe some people in this video are still alive, my friends. This is very interesting, right? Maybe this child is still alive, very old, but they must be still alive, right? Okay.
Here we are, our next temple.
Actually, this is not that old because my parents is from these times. Okay, they are still alive. The people, the child must be around 70 or 80 years old. So it's okay, they are alive, they can be alive.
This one is called Wat Pho and is the most extensive temple in Bangkok. It is a peculiar temple full of spires of all colors and was built in 1793. Like all other temples in Siam, it is dedicated to Lord Buddha, who lived 26 centuries ago and who went to paradise, which we Buddhists call the Nirvana, in 543 BC. On we go. And to think that I have been doing this for 50 long years. I was much more quiet in Bangkok at that time. And instead of sharing the traffic with automobiles, it was divided between myself and the small boats on the canals that crisscross our city. They are pretty, our canals. Nice and quiet.
Water market.
But let's go over to the temple of the fifth sovereign, which in our language is called the Wat Pho.
Okay.
This is the most modern temple in Bangkok, built of white marble from Carrara in Italy, and with roofs that are edged with gold. The grounds laid out in lovely gardens.
So it was a modern temple and they used marble from Italy. Very impressive. I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Wasn't I right in saying a while back that we might see some more priests? Here they are, for this is the week when a great many young Thailanders start their 3 months period of priesthood, during which time they give themselves to meditation and, separated from their wives and family, devote all their thoughts to Lord Buddha. We'll now go down to the river, where, on the other side, stands the Temple of Dawn. The river is very important in the life of Bangkok.
Yes.
For on it, all the precious woods and other Thai products float down from upstream. And just for our own pleasure, you have, from the water, a beautiful view of the city. There it is, the temple, with its tower of far over 200 feet. The whole temple and all towers are inlaid with small pieces of colored porcelain and chinaware.
This is Wat Arun. I remember that. I visited Wat Arun last year. Porcelain from China.
Giving the impression as if they were covered with millions of precious jewels, a true fairy castle. And like in fairy tales, there are many multicolored demons on and around the towers of the Temple of Dawn, and angels, giants, monkeys, and elephants.
I remember that. I remember that.
Now we come to the last part of our visit to Bangkok, the canals. We'd better change over to a boat so my old wheels can have a rest. Part of these canals are called the floating market.
Yes.
Because salesmen ply up and down in their little boats, offering their wares to the people who live along the canals, and whose houses do not open towards land, but towards the water. The canals are used for many things, for bathing and for transport, and the water is used for cooking, and for just having fun. Because we here in Siam, with all the seriousness that we attach to our temples and our Buddhist religion, we are a very happy people. We like to laugh, and some people say that we never take anything seriously. That, of course, is not true, but we do like to smile, and we like the sun and the water, and above all, we enjoy being alive, even if we are poor. And the happier we feel, the happier we are that we feel happy, if you can follow me. So here it is, the end of our visit to Bangkok, the Golden Temple Paradise. It has been a long day. I think I ought to go home now. And I hope you enjoyed the trip.
I enjoyed.
So long, everybody.
Thank you. So this is the end of the video, my friends. Very beautiful, very interesting, and it was very interesting to think that all of those cute children actually now they are aging like my grandfather's grandmother's ages. It is so interesting, right? Watching those old movies is always very interesting. But yes, the city is looking like very different. I can't recognize. I can only recognize the temples. Wat Arun is still the same, but the city is changed a lot. Thank you, Periscope Films YouTube channel, for this video. Thank you, my friends, for your suggestions, and thank you for watching it together with me. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.